I'd like to invite the first startup, which is Ilya Arbabi from BONO Network. Ilya Jan.
You have my voice. Can everybody hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let me first begin with a small introduction about myself and my company. So I'm Ilya. I'm from Iran originally, and 3 years ago I was supposed to come to the US. I had an offer from Columbia, Stanford, Brown to come and do my postgrad there. I was one of the Iranian Olympians, but as luck would have it, when I was trying to apply and come to the US, in Turkey, my family got attacked, and through like a crime syndicate group attacked my family. They stole all of my money. They killed my mother, and I lost my Ivy League opportunities. Despite all of my academic achievements and career and whatnot, all of those dreams went away. So I had to do a hard reset, and this was 2 years ago. I went and to find legal representation, but I got scammed because I was in a foreign country. I didn't speak Turkish. I had no idea how the legal system worked. And these tragic events were the spark that gave birth to BONO. And 2 years of hard work have passed, and now we're talking with our first batch of serious investors. We've been demoing the product to different lawyers, and people seem to be really enjoying the product that I've built and the solutions that I have created. So what is BONO actually, and what does it do? So apart from the fact that this got created from actual problems, the solution that we have created is very unique. So let me explain. We live in a world where from 1973, I believe, onwards, the cost of legal services worldwide has been going up exponentially. And if you want to get legal services or any form of representation, the costs are enormous for most people. So a grand total of the population gets priced out of the system, and this problem gets worse the further away you go from the Western Hemisphere. So if you come to a country like Turkey, it's horrible. Then the second issue is that it is very difficult for the average Joe to find proper legal representation, especially if a case gets complex. So let's say if like an airplane crashes, and if you go and ask people what kind of legal representation do you need to have, do you need to get an aviation lawyer? Do you need to get a lawyer to go after the airline? Do you need a lawyer that is going to represent you in a criminal court if, like, for example, the airplane was attacked by a terrorist? So when you ask this question from most people, even lawyers don't know the right answer. And the third issue that I've identified is that we are living in an ever globalized world where online scams are now an $800 billion or maybe $8 billion. It's a massive number. And apologies, it's 4 a.m. here. I might forget some numbers. But online scams have been increasing rapidly, and there's no recourse because let's say if you're in crypto, for example, and your wallet gets hacked and the criminal is in another country, all of these different jurisdictions and systems are completely disconnected from each other. So the default behavior in these cases for people and even lawyers is to let go. So these were the problems that I started to tackle 2 years ago when all of this happened, to try and make the world a better place. And initially I started with a blockchain of sorts, but that idea didn't really fly. So I had to pivot. and focus on a way that is more startup friendly, let's say. So currently, I try to identify a business problem that we could tackle and fix those three initial problems. And the way I try to tackle this is look at what lawyers are missing so they can do their work better in whichever country they are. So a global standard for all lawyers worldwide. And I identified that we have had these AI tools come along, and I'm an engineer myself, so I identified that there is a great opportunity here, that a lot of lawyers have to deal with a lot of paperwork, evidence gathering, going through documents, matching with precedents and whatnot. There's a lot of manual research, and the potential for human error goes higher with the more complex a document gets. And this was the tackling point that we started to go through. Now let me go to the next slide. And that brings us to the thing that we create, which is Arbiter, an AI that we worked around 6 months on, which has its own proprietary architecture. And there's a picture of it here. I'll show it to you so you can see the product itself. It's an all-in-one artificial intelligence with a proprietary architecture that I have personally designed, and my team has helped expand. And this architecture, this AI, we have shown it to different lawyers across the United States who have tried our competitors, such as Harvey, Spellbook, and whatnot. And they have collectively said that this gives them more freedom. It's like any other word processor, but on the sidebar, there's the Arbiter chat, which goes and I have given it the ability to ingest the entirety of US law and different jurisdictions and whatnot, so it can ingest and give feedback and create a bespoke document for whatever contract or document that lawyer needs to create. And this is just part of what it does. It can also recommend lawyers. So it's attached with a network. So if somebody is trying to go and find a specific lawyer, Arbiter can recommend that to them. And this is what actually really makes us unique. It's a document contracting, drafting, and analysis, redlining, all those fancy things that the market competitors have. And we also have a network built into that. And the second solution that we had is something called crowdsu.com, which is a crowdfunding platform under the same network. So BONO, the company that I've created, wants to put all of these, the A to Z of all legal services under one umbrella. And we're attacking the market. Our go-to-market strategy is mostly and mainly with both Arbiter and CrowdSu. So the first one is Arbiter that I just showed you, and the second one is CrowdSu, and CrowdSu is the first of its kind crowd litigation platform that uses a special purpose vehicle to fund cases, litigation, mostly litigation that has payouts and potential earnouts at the end, through both crowdfunding, global crowdfunding, and through third-party litigation funds. The third piece of this puzzle is the network, the high table, as we like to call it, which is a delegated proof of stake blockchain that I have personally designed, and it connects all the different lawyers and law firms across the globe and provides a unified platform for them to communicate and for users to find the right representation or right lawyer. Let's say this specific part of the equation solves the equation that solves the problem that if you go to a foreign country, you don't know who to trust. You can't trust Google Maps because reviews can be bought, and you can't trust or find lawyers on Legal 500 because they do not answer to most people. So with something like High Table, that issue can be solved. The members, the lawyers and law firms that become High Table members, they get funding, they get access to Arbiter, and they get a flow of cases. And for end users, they will get quality representation. So the ratings on High Table are real, let's say. The market opportunity is obvious. The size of the legal services industry is $900 billion. Law firms are finally onboarding technology. There are companies like Harvey, Spellbook, and Thomas Reuters, and all these different companies are popping up left and right. But luckily, our AI has been out competing most of them. So the rest is that who can implement this better and who can get to market better. But right now is a golden opportunity for tech like this and for adapting old ways to make them new, make the industry more efficient and useful and whatnot. And this is our go-to-market strategy. I explained a bit. We want to start aggressively onboarding lawyers and law firms, small to mid-sized law firms on our AI and use them. And the initial reception has been hugely positive. And then we will expand and make our other products, bring them to market. This is a chart of our competition. I explained this as well. I do not want to take everybody's time more than this. And this is the team I've built. This is myself. My co-founder Ashok was one of the earliest engineers at Google. He was the vice president of engineering at Rocket Lawyer. We have Professor Gene Walker, who was part of the SEC and Federal Reserve Board. Michael, one of my best friends, good friend Michael, he was at Saxo Bank, Concordia, and Coinify, the advisor, and he does everything business. And Ivan and Charles are in sales. For our financial and funding ask, we currently have 4 serious investors, but we're attempting to raise $4.2 million to get things off the ground. And this valuation, we give discount on it. Hopefully, I'm personally not too picky, but we generally we're attempting to score somewhere between $4 to $5 million at a valuation of roughly 15-ish%, 15% for 4 to 5 million. Again, apologies if I'm jumbling. It's 4 a.m. And I'm very tired. And these are some of the product slides of the actual applications themselves. This is the most difficult engineering part of Arbiter that we have solved, which is its own memory management. A lot of AIs struggle with large documents, but our AI doesn't. It has a unique patent pending summarizer model that can dissect and chunk a large document into pieces that the AI won't miss critical and crucial detail in. And you can go and try and test it. It's live right now at arbiter.bono.network and see it for yourself. And these are some of the other aspects. This is the High Table Network blockchain. And this is the BONO OS, which we envision would be the go-to platform for regular people when they're looking for lawyers. So they won't go searching for lawyers. They come to us, and we will tell them what they have to do. And this is a picture of CrowdSoup, and hopefully we have a case on this going live soon for 800 million euros, which is a massive case in Europe. And this is one of the stronger parts of the business, which is in parallel to our AI solution. And hopefully we can launch one of the cases here as well. And I believe this is all from me. If any questions or anything, I'd be happy to answer.
Thank you, Ilya. Thank you. Any question? We have only one question.
Glad to answer.
Hossein Kuhani from Amazon. Thanks for presentation. I'm curious, what part of this tech you're using blockchain?
So the blockchain is this part. I call it the high table network, but we need approximately at least 10,000 entities to launch it successfully. So it's not online at the moment. We do have a 32-page white paper that I wrote around a year ago, which explains the need for a blockchain for this purpose. And high table is a delegated proof of stake network. So that is this consensus model. And the reason for the fact that I chose a blockchain is that it brings an immutable ledger that is that you can rely on. It can be proven. My end goal with this is that this blockchain becomes hidden almost from sight, and it's a permissioned chain. But its only purpose will be to hold firms accountable, because one of the biggest issues is that unlike US, where a lot of lawyers have malpractice insurance, for example, if you come outside of the US, that legal infrastructure does not exist. So the same way that in crypto you have DeFi, that people can go and in a decentralized way get loans and whatnot, with high table, we can give this opportunity to lawyers and hide the technical blockchain jargon from them and tell them how this works. Instead of staking BONO, we will tell them you have to put down collateral. The mathematics and engineering is done on a DPoS blockchain, but they will just see a button to put down collateral in their own preferred payment method, and the blockchain method will be there too. But with this way, we will guarantee good behavior from lawyers and law firms. And reason this is that we want to filter out good lawyers from evil lawyers that did things like the things that happened to myself and my family. And this way we can provide a global solution to it. I hope that answered the question.
Perfect. Thank you, Ilya. Thank you. Please.